Hello dear students, I hope everyone's fine, everyone's heart and healthy and everyone's doing well. Since we know we are going through a very difficult time of our life, it's a very difficult phase, we have to take care of us as well as our families and everything else. So, we shouldn't get demoralized or demotivated at this time. So, keeping concern of your studies and future, we are doing online classes today. So, I'll start with the general English class today, and I hope you know what book you required for general English for class 12 SEBA. So, we need this book Flamingo. So, I hope you have bought this book. If someone is left still to buy this book, please get it as fast as you can, because whenever we explain, only verbal knowledge is not enough. You have to read the chapter, you have to go through the lines of the chapter. So, whenever we explain to you, it becomes easier for you to grab that explanation or grab that understanding level. So, it will become much easier for you. So, we will explain to you, and at the same time it is your responsibility to go through the chapter, read the chapter and listen to us, alright. So, we will start with the very first lesson of the book Flamingo, that is general English book. So, the first lesson name is the last lesson. Now, obviously it seems funny that the first chapter is the last lesson, like how is it like fine. So, what happens, the name itself, see, last lesson. Now, what do you understand by the word last? Last means L-A-S-T, means what? Something which is going to end or something which is in the final stage, right? And lesson means it's a chapter. So, why is this named as the last lesson? You will come to know it when we will go through the story. And the story is basically between a teacher and students, like how a teacher is explaining his last chapter or last lesson of his connection with the students for that particular time, because the story is written in a time which is very important, like that time has changed the life of these students and the education system also. So, for that the chapter is named as the last lesson. So, we will go through it and I am sure you are going to love this lesson. Please get the book, like I have said before, read the chapter and listen to my explanation, and I hope we will make a very good understanding, alright. Okay. So, before going through the story or starting our chapter, I would like to introduce you to the author of this lesson, the last lesson. So, the author is Alphonso Daudet. So, Alphonso Daudet is a French novelist and a short story writer. He was born in 1840 and he breathed his last in 1897. So, he was a very famous French novelist at that time. Now, you will ask me what's a novelist? I am sure many of you know it, but still I will tell you. Novel is basically some fictional stories that are inspired from someone's life or the author's life, or they are not completely the author's story, they are not that, they are some fictional stories. Fictional means imaginary stories that sometimes have connection with real life, alright. So, novelists are the ones who write novels. Novels are fictional stories which also consist of some characters and they are sometimes related to real life experiences or inspiration, alright. And short story means the stories that are a brief sense of a novel, like they are brief stories which you can read in one sitting. They also have characters, but every short story the character differs, the story differs. It is not like a novel is a book and a short story, in a book there are many short stories, alright. So, you can read it in one sitting, and novel it is not possible to read in one sitting unless you are very dedicated and you are reading it for 24 hours, but this is the difference. They are brief stories, short stories, and novels they consist of the whole book, alright. So, this story, the last lesson, was written during the time of Franco-Prussian War. There was a war going on between France and Prussia, alright. So, war began at 1870 and ended at 1871, where Prussia won the battle. That means French was defeated by Prussia. So, you have to remember the leader of Prussia, the name, that is Bismarck, okay. So, you will get the details here. I have just jotted down the details in a very short form, so that whenever I explain, you see it also at the same time and it becomes easier for you to understand, alright. So at that time it was Prussia, but presently Prussia falls on the nations of Germany, Poland and some parts of Austria. Okay, so basically they are European places, European countries places. So the most harmed district because of that battle was Alsace and Lorraine. So this is Alsace and this is Lorraine. So these two districts of France was much affected by the battle, and Prussian, they they conquered the whole districts, these two districts. Now what is this story reflecting to us? So basically the last lesson, the entire story, it reflects the pain that the people of France, they were experiencing at that time. Why? Because once the battle was fought and Prussia has won the battle, so now Prussia will rule over it. They will put their protocols, they will have their rules and regulations which the people have to follow. But fine, the rules and regulations were somewhat okay, but the main thing that hampered them most, that gave them a very that gave them that pain, was the language. Like they were not allowed to even speak their language, that is French. The language that is spoken by is French, that is their mother tongue. Now they were not allowed to speak their language. Also the students of the institutions or schools, like we choose our MIL subjects or we choose our language, like we choose like you choose Bengali, Assamese, Manipuri, Hindi, alternate English. So what happens, we stay in Assam, so we have these options. Similarly, they have options of choosing French or even reading their entire education system, they're selecting the entire education system in French. But now what happens, because of this war, they were not allowed to even speak their language or even study their language. So their right to study in their own language or even speak their language was deprived from them. Like now even if they want to also, they were not allowed. So Prussian forced them not to do it, they made a rule or protocol of. So this was the introductory part of when was the story written, what impact was in the people's life, or why is it even the story is included in a syllabus. So this was the introductory part. So we'll start the story now, which is very interesting one. Bring your book in front of you, open it and let's start. So the story begins with the line, I started for school very late that morning. So here the I is the student whose name is Franz. Please don't confuse between French, France and Franz. Okay, his name is Franz, F-R-A-N-Z. Alright. So he stated like the story started like, I started for school very late that morning. So he was a student who was going to school and he was also very late at the same time. So what happened, Franz was a student who was going to school, and since he was late, he was very worried, like what will happen now, I am late. So when we are late, we get that worry thing, right? So he was late, and on the way he was also very tensed because that was the day when his teacher, M. Hamel, so this is the teacher's name. So M. Hamel was his French teacher who was going to ask the students about participles. Now what are participles? Participles are basically verb forms that are translated into adjectives. Okay, so in order to learn some language, you need to know the grammar part very well. So participles is one of them, and the teacher was M. Hamel. He was supposed to ask or question them on participles, and Franz, the student, was not prepared for it at all. Like he was blank, he didn't even know a single letter of it, like what are the rules, what are participles, he have no idea about it, and he was very tense at the same time. Similarly, and also he was very late, which made him more tensed. Okay, so on the way when he was going to school, his mind was little diverted with the beauty of the surroundings that he was looking at it. Like for example, it was a very warm sunny day, it was a bright morning, and also he could hear the chirping of the birds. They were singing, they were roaming around, and it was a bright day with birds chirping. And what attracted him the most was drilling by the Prussian soldiers. So he was so attracted and tempted towards his surroundings, like I said, like the bright sunny day or the birds chirping or even the drilling of the Prussian soldiers. So he thought of running away and spending the day out of the doors. But at the same time, when he was getting tempted and attracted, he resisted. Like he said, no, I can't bunk my class or school, or I can't stay up here, I have to go. Whatever will happen, but I have to go. So he got that positivity and he thought like, no, I'll go to school even if I get a scolding or something, but I can bunk the school, or I can go in a wrong path. So what is resisting means? Resisting means something which is not acceptable by you, or you will not accept it. See, whenever we do some stuff which is not correct or which is not legal, we have that instinct that comes within ourselves, like comes from us, like no, this is not correct. We know some or the other part, like no, this is not correct and we shouldn't do this. Although no matter how much we are attracted to it, some we get diverted and sometimes we follow the wrong path, but we have that instinct, like we know this is not correct and we are not supposed to do it. Similarly, our inner self, it tells us like no, you cannot do this, it's wrong. So similarly, Franz got that feeling and he resisted the temptation that was his surrounding and he hurried off to school. Now while Franz was going to his school, like on the way to his school, he saw a good amount of crowd in front of a bulletin board. Now you'll ask me, what's a bulletin board? So bulletin board is basically, it's a board where you'll have the breaking news, like you'll get the news, you'll get the information like what's happening around and all that. So when you get breaking news, that bulletin board shows up, okay. So it was near the town hall. So when Franz saw the crowd, he was like, something bad is going to happen only, because since the last 2 years always they had got the bad news, because the war was there, right. It was between the French and Prussia. So Franco-Prussian war was there. So always they used to get bad news, like for example the lost battles, the drafts, the instructions from the commanding officers. So it was always something negative. So Franz decided, now this time also some negative news is definitely going to come, so let's see what's it. Alright, so he's just curious about it, like what's the matter now, like what more bad is going to happen now. So Franz hurried as fast as he could, and on that he met a person, he met a blacksmith basically, whose name was Watcher. Alright. So blacksmith are the ones who deals with iron and steel. So basically they make stuffs or tools that are made of iron and steel. So he met the blacksmith whose name was Watcher. So Watcher, when he saw Franz hurrying up and moving too fast, so he said, don't go so fast, boy, you will get to your school in plenty of time. So he mentioned, no need to go so fast, you will get your school, you have plenty of time. But it was Franz who was late, right. So he thought that the person was making, he was mocking him basically. He thought that it was a sarcastic tone and he was basically making fun of him. Now mocking means, or sarcastic means something, sometimes when people are sweet to you, or suppose they say you something which means the opposite, which means the reverse. For example, sometimes there are people who taunt fat people, like they say he's a very healthy people and they'll say, oh, you're getting so thin now, you're so thin, like that. So actually they mean was you are becoming very fat now. So they are taunting that time. So this is sarcastic, which actually you mean something but you say something else. Alright. So Franz didn't listen to the blacksmith, that is Watcher, and he just hurried off to his school. So when he reached his school, he was surprised because the school sounded very different, okay. So it's mentioned, usually when school began, there was a great bustle which could be heard out in the streets, the opening and closing of desks, lessons repeated in unison, very loud with our hands over our ears to understand better, and teacher's great ruler rapping on the table. That means what? Usually whenever you pass through a school or through a college, basically schools, you will listen, you will hear students, repeating their lessons in unison. Unison means together. When we recite something together, a teacher tells us ki read this out loud. So either the whole class or some selected students, they read it loud, right. So you can hear that sounds. The ruler of the teacher could also be heard, like sometimes they bump it on the desk and tell you don't talk, please keep quiet. So the ruler sounds can be heard as well. Also the opening and closing of desk, like there were people inside the school. Now in a school many people are there are students, teachers, faculty, officers, official staff. So many students are there, management and all. So you will hear the sound of the school within the streets only. You will hear the sound of the schools in the streets only whenever you pass by any educational institution. Alright. So that was very different that day. It sounded very different. Usually his school was, it has a bustle. Bustle means what? Movement of some activity, some active movement, some active sound. Okay. So that day it was something like a quiet Sunday morning. Now why is it mentioned a quiet Sunday morning? Because Sundays everything is closed officially. So in a closed day, if you go by any office or schools or institution, you will not hear any sound, you will not hear any students or children's sounds, you will not hear any sound, alright. So what happens, Franz felt that this is something different, this is not usually my school sounded like, the sound and the surrounding of my school has changed a bit, now what's the matter, he was more curious now. So Franz for some times ignored that, and he thought like, no, now I have to go inside my class no matter whatever happens. So he just moved straight forward to his class. All he can see from the window is his classmates were already there, they were already sitting and ready for their lessons, and he could, when he entered, he could see M. Hamel walking up and down with his terrible iron ruler. So when he saw M. Hamel, his French teacher, that he was carrying a terrible iron ruler usually, which he always carries under his arm. So he was also frightened and scared, but he had no other option. Since he is in the school, he have to go inside the class. So he is mentioned, I had to open the door and go in before everybody. Like he has to open the door and he had to go in front of everybody, there is no other option. You can imagine how blushed and how frightened I was. So he said that you can just imagine, like I have to go in front of everybody, the strictest teacher was there who was going to ask them on participles which was not prepared of. So he was not ready with his homework, with his task. Also he is late, and now also he has to just enter the room in front of everybody. So he was very blushed and frightened. Now blushed means shyness, he was embarrassed, like I am late. So he was very embarrassed, and frightened because of the scolding or the ruler that he saw. So he was frightened of the scolding that he might get from his teacher, M. Hamel. Okay. But to his surprise, nothing of that sort happened. He didn't even get a scolding, and no one laughed at him. So he was like shocked, he was like, what's happening? So M. Hamel, in a very polite and kind manner, said, go to your place quickly, little Franz, we were beginning without you. So this was a very different behavior or manner that Franz could accept from M. Hamel, because M. Hamel was a strict teacher which Franz was very afraid of, and the sudden change in the behavior of his teacher was something very different to him, like he was confused basically. Okay. So without any delay, Franz just jumped over the bench and sat down on his desk. Now as mentioned, not till then, when I had got a little over my fright, did I see that our teacher, that is M. Hamel, had on his beautiful green coat, his frilled shirt and a little black silk cap all embroidered that he never wore except on inspection and prize days. So Franz was confused to see the manner of his teacher, also the way his teacher was ready or prepared that day. So his teacher M. Hamel, he was basically in a beautiful green coat. So he wore a blazer kind of thing, a coat which is green in color, his frill shirt. Now see, usually formal dresses, they are not so fancy, they are plain stuff, but that day he was in a coat and also in a frill shirt and the little black silk cap. That means he was also wearing a cap which was of black color and it was of silk material, all embroidered. Now what is embroidered? Embroidered means some designs that are made with threads, like flowers or any kind of design that are basically thread things. So people, they use needle and thread to design some stuffs, like they will make any designs or flowers or leaves or any kind of pattern. Alright. So his cap was in silk material and it was black in color, also it was all embroidered. So these are the stuffs which M. Hamel basically wears when there is an inspection or any prize distribution, that is in any special occasion. M. Hamel used to wear all these kinds of fancy stuffs which was not usual for a usual day to wear. So Franz at the same time, he was also surprised because of the manner of his teacher, who was very polite, very kind and humble, and also the way he was dressed up. So he thought like, this today is not any special day, so why is my teacher, or why is M. Hamel dressed up so nicely and behaving so humbly or politely. Okay. So till here, I hope you have understood like how the story began, in what time it began, like the Franco-Prussian War, like it was mentioned. So what was the consequences of the war, why it is known as the last lesson, that is still a curiosity or still a twist, which you will come to know it later. But you can understand the theme of the story. Like I said, it was the pain of the people that were felt by them because of their language that we were not able to use anymore, their mother tongue, that is French. So when Prussian won the war, their system of education and the life, the impact of the students and the institution, education institution has changed. So the beginning of this story is like Franz was late, he saw the bulletin board, then he went to his school and he saw a different manner of his teacher, who was behaving differently, dressing up differently. So this was the time when the story began. Dear students, I hope you have understood till here. So we will wind up today, and please go through the chapter. Like I said, read the lines properly, and at least till the point that I have explained or we have discussed till now. So read the chapter, read the lines. If you don't understand any meaning, just underline it, and if you have a doubt, please ask me in the comment section below, or also you can ask me in the group. I will give you some questions regarding to the discussion that we had today, and these questions will be from the video, that is whatever I have spoken. So you have to watch the video full without skipping it, alright. Also I have given some meanings and descriptions within the video itself. So please go through them. If you need to take that notes or take the meaning, you can just pause and write it down in a copy or your book. So the twist, that whichever is left, why all these things happened, the changes and all, whatever questions Franz had in his mind and whatever questions we also have in our mind. So we will discuss in the next class hopefully. Write your roll number, name and section in the comment box. Okay. So see you till then in the next class. Stay safe. Thank you.